The Tuesday group focuses on why do we meditate and how can it add value to our lives. The why do we meditate is very easy. Google it. Scientists all over the world are daily doing studies to prove that meditation is a wonderful way of de-stressing the physical body, easing any dis-ease in it, restructuring your brain, conscientizing your being, and bringing you into a mindful management of yourself and others. One of the key things we use meditation for here is to develop our intuitive wisdom or extrasensory perceptual tools, which work in harmony with our sensory perceptual tools, which in turn helps us to create harmony within ourselves and with others. In other words, we use meditation as a system of becoming more in tune with each other and the world for a oneness consciousness. So that is going to be a primary theme in all of our meditations, and certainly it's a theme of the center. For yourself, here's your homework for the week. You need to set some clear intentions for why you come to meditation. I come to meditation because you come to meditation. I come to meditation because the guides have said we need more and more people to be realizing their own creative, intuitive intelligence, their yin energy as it exists within each and every one of us, and to becoming more into harmony with themselves as they manage their daily practical lives. So for yourself, your intention should include an understanding of what is it you want to manage in your daily life, within yourself as an aspect of your own personality. And of course, it provides a basis from which we evaluate whether meditation is serving you or not. So if, for example, you are indecisive in your life, meditation is a good place to get calm, to get neutral, to shift out of this or that thinking, self-doubt, sliding into worry and fear about decisions being made. It's a good place to work on healing the physical body. It's a good place to just be quiet and manage a relationship with yourself and manage your brain better. It is also a good place to just be quiet and be with yourself. Now, the being quiet and being with yourself is going to be very difficult in a voice-guided meditation, because you are obliged in a voice-guided meditation to be with me unless you are falling off to sleep, which is why everybody is required to be on mute on their sides of the world. In the event that you fall off to sleep and you are snoring loudly, you will not then disturb the rest of us. In the event that you fall off to sleep, do not go into distress or guilt about it. We will allow for a short period of time that your physical body is fatigued and that meditation has become a space of rest. If, however, you are consistently and constantly falling off to sleep after years of meditation with this system, then we recognize that your body has a resistance to meditation, that it is using my voice and voice-guided meditations and channeling as a sleeping pill instead of an exercise of being passively aware and present. So sleeping through meditation is a no-go. It is a rule. You do not come to meditation to sleep. And for your information, all of our meditations are undertaken in the presence of spirit. We are a spiritual center, always aware of the frequencies that guide us and nurture us and help us to heal. So there is never a moment in which someone is not watching you sleep through meditation. Now that we have established the only rule that regards meditation, please note you may sit in whatever position works best for you. If you choose to lie down during meditation, that's okay as well. The important thing is that you must be comfortable and that your body must not go into distress because you are sitting quietly. These meditations are scheduled to begin from 6 till 7 p.m. I will endeavor to stay within that hour by keeping the chats as short as possible. And as we go along, you will be invited to send your own topics for discussion, so we can have a short chat and then we can channel a meditation about that particular issue. Today's discussion, the guides have said, my guides have said, we want to talk about nature and how it is that you and all of creation are living in a symbiotic relationship. This is spiritual law number one, that we live in a mutual universe, hence the emphasis on oneness. So for all of us, it is important that we come to a realization that literally with every breath we take, we are exchanging energy in the universe. And one of the most obvious examples of that are the trees. If you stop and you look at all of the plants in your area, you will realize that they are helping you breathe. Right? Yeah. If your plants are not breathing in your area, they're dead. It's that simple. All of us in basic biology have learned that plants do in fact breathe, that they breathe by a process of what we call respiration and by a process of photosynthesis. Both processes involve humans and animals alike in a mutual or complementary relationship, symbiotic. We are dependent on all of the plants in our environment for the very oxygen that we breathe, especially as our climate has changed so dramatically and we are running out of oxygen. So those of you who do not have plants in your environment, in your bedrooms, in your bathrooms, in your kitchens, please start putting them in. They will refresh your energy system and refresh your atmosphere in your home and ensure that you have more oxygen available to you for your own prana and life force. In other words, your own energy system. Exactly like us, all living beings have an auric field, and it is possible with modern photography to take pictures of a plant's auric field as it respires and photosynthesizes carbon dioxide into oxygen and oxygen into energy, where it uses light energy in order to oxygenate itself. Unlike plants, we are unable to oxygenate ourselves. We are dependent on the external environment for that. But plants can oxygenate themselves and they create their own food using light energy. Again, we are at a disadvantage. We cannot create our own food. We have to go for takeout or cook. So we're at a severe disadvantage when it comes to using our reasoning mind to create dependencies on everything in our world. And our dependencies are reason enough for us to pay attention to our connectedness, to have a mindfulness and an awareness how, as we go through our daily lives, of our dependency on all creation, our respect for it, our use and abuse of it. And particularly today, which is World Animal Day, in which we celebrate the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, who is one of the patron saints of the center, and we engage in animal healing with him. Particularly today, we want to be grateful for this animal energy and elemental energy that is available to us, particularly here in this center, where the god dogs are so loving and so affectionate and fall asleep so instantaneously at meditation. We want to be grateful for how the elemental energies of all creation support our own quality of life. I mean, plants have the ability to absorb light energy, oxygenate themselves, engage in a series of chemical reactions within themselves that in turn make them healing energies for the human body. I mean, how amazing and awesome is that a plant can create chemicals that in turn heal other beings. not themselves, but other beings, physical beings like us, like animals, and we are completely dependent on them for their healing properties. We are dependent on them for taste. We are dependent on them for texture, and yet we do not see our dependencies. It's only on a really hot day when we're escaping under the shade of a tree that we recognize that it has any kind of use for us. And yet everywhere we turn, it is a plant that is actually providing us with nutrition, oxygen, shade, pleasure, beauty, all of the things that we take for granted in our daily lives. So today's meditation is about that symbiotic relationship. And we're hoping from the meditation that as you step into your world this evening and in the days to come, that you will be more and more mindful of that relationship. Whether you are buying flowers or plucking out weeds, that you will be mindful that each and every one of those growing energies, manufacturing energies, is in fact serving a purpose for you. Any questions? Is there anybody who doesn't know how this photosynthesis works? I don't actually have to explain it, right?
Google it.
You can Google it. Yeah, it's a simple process. More importantly, when we talk about plants respiring, they don't breathe the same way we do. We have lungs. We have a very complicated system of organs. Plants breathe through their entire beings. Every part of a plant breathes. So when we talk about getting grounded and getting earthed and getting centered and getting rooted in the center and imagining that you're putting down roots, we are in fact talking about a system of exerting yourself through your energy system to breathe, to draw nutrients, healing energy out of the ground, and to use that healing frequency on your own bodies. This instruction to get grounded or to get rooted is usually at the beginning of every meditation, and an awareness that you are aligning yourself with the earth's energy, and very much like a plant, drawing up the healing energy or frequencies of the earth and getting grounded with gravity is important. So for those of you who missed meditation last week, we actually practiced that last week, and we practiced it in the Thursday group. We are going to do it again today and possibly every Tuesday for a month until we all have the feeling of being grounded and centered. In your daily life, this is a practice you should engage in from the minute you get out of bed. It is exactly the kind of practice that prevents people from having heart attacks and strokes and spasms in different parts of the body as we get older, because it is a grounding and centering exercise that reconnects you with the earth, stabilizes your physical body, and stabilizes the egg-shaped auric field that surrounds it. What else have we got? Okay. Yeah. The other thing you will grow accustomed to hearing in these meditations is that I stop to check if there's any other instruction or anything else that we need to discuss before I move on. Don't get worried if you can't hear me. It's just me having a conversation with an aside. Okay. Thank you. Let's take a deep breath in. Everybody take a nice deep breath in. Whether you are sitting or lying down, make sure that your spine is straight, that your legs are straight, that your arms are straight. Ensure that you are not crossed over at any point of your body. And set a clear intention to maintain free flow, circulation within your entire physical body and your energy bodies. So there in your mind's eye, become aware of yourself as you are seated or lying down, and feel your connectedness to the earth. Feel gravity working on your physical body and on your auric field. If you are lying down, you will be able to feel gravity active on the entire physical body. If you are seated, you will be able to feel it more clearly in your legs and in your buttocks, while it is still active on your entire physical body. From this awareness of gravity, in your mind's eye, imagine, intend, consciously instruct the chakras in the soles of your feet and the chakra in the groin, the root chakra or base chakra, to send down roots. In other words, to become connected with the earth energy and ground you or root you in it. The simple awareness of gravity acting on you and you acting on gravity is the process of getting grounded, rooted. Some of you may choose to visualize actual roots going out from the soles of your feet and flowing deep into the ground, exactly like the roots of a tree. Some of you may choose to focus on the flow of energy from your base chakra downward into the ground, connecting to the earth star chakra, approximately 8 centimeters below your feet. Some of you may prefer to feel gravity active on your entire physical body, giving you weight, weighing you down and keeping you present in your current place and space. However you intend it, or visualize it, or experience it, make it as real as possible in your mind, in your awareness, as it is in your physical body, in your lifestyle, in your now moment, every moment. And with that awareness, become more and more open to all of you being grounded, to your entire auric field of 12 bodies and an energy system of 308 chakras being grounded. And most importantly, breath by breath, give permission for your entire electromagnetic field and system of 72,000 electrical currents operating within your energy system and your physical body to be grounded. I ground my physical body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body in the now moment. I am here. We then set a simple intention for the entire energy system to flow consistently and constantly around the energetic spine at the center of your system. I am centered within myself, with myself. And even as your mind and your body receives those instructions, experience for yourself if there is a shift in the feeling of your physical body. Is there a shift if your body gets warmer or colder, heavier? Is there a feeling of being more present, more aware, less tense, more relaxed? Is there a greater feeling of being with yourself, aware of your own presence? And if there is, and if there isn't, let us reinforce that. I am grounded in the now moment, fully connected to the healing energy of the earth. My energy system flows consistently and constantly around me. I am centered within myself. I am present with myself. And then just breathe in and relax. Give the intelligence of your entire energy system and your physical body a moment to rest. Just breathe and relax. And now that you are fully present, we may invite you to be in the presence of your guides, your angels, our ascended masters, and the elemental beings who support this meditation. You may also set a clear intention for your higher self to be present and supportive of your process. I am now fully grounded, centered, and present in the presence of Spirit. And for that, as always, we give thanks. We allow a deep feeling of appreciation for our own presence and the presence of Spirit to flow within us. And for the awareness of the human brain and the purposes of connectedness, we acknowledge that we work within a network of souls, some of whom are connected to this meditation in person, via the internet, and in the room. So there in your awareness where you are connected to the earth and connected to the heavens, remind yourself that you are also connected to my voice and to a range of other souls who accompany you in this meditation. I am now in a safe and sacred space within which I relate to myself and the universe as one. Just let that sink in for a moment and let your energy field and your physical body respond. I am now in a safe and sacred space in which the universe and I are connected as one. And just breathing deeply, allow yourself to relax even further. Allow any thoughts and images and wanderings of your mind to simply pass you by. Observe it and let it go. Remain focused on your breathing as smoothly and as easily as possible, and on the sound of my voice as it sets the next intention, as it takes the next step. There is nothing else to do. Here in the safe and sacred space, we are practicing the art of being. I am being present. I am being quiet. I am being still. I am being aware, passive and aware. So breathe gently, focusing on the inhale and the exhale. Just breathing and relaxing and feeling the presence of spirit, be it your angels or your guides or the masters. And feeling the energy of the earth as it acts upon you, and just becoming quieter and quieter inside, becoming calmer, more relaxed, and more present with every breath, always in the knowing that you are completely safe, that in this sacred space you are protected, that you may flow deeper and deeper within yourself in a journey of discovery and never be lost. That you can relax fully into being responsible to yourself, only yourself. So just breathe and relax, and allow your consciousness, the alertness of your brain, to become more relaxed, to be soothed, to be lulled, to become more and more comfortable with the practice of being quiet. If your brain is still agitating, let us remind it that its work is to listen. Its work is to process the information or instruction as it arrives. Dear brain, please do your work. I am in meditation. I am being quiet. You and I are not having a conversation right now. Remind your brain that this is an opportunity for it to rest and allow you to guide it. and consciously get quieter and quieter. Feel your physical body slowing down. Feel the buzz in your physical body getting quieter, settling down to average, to somewhat normal. And as you relax, feel the tension of your physical body easing. And there in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine or simply intend that you are in the presence of a tree. That you are in the presence of a tree with beautiful green leaves. Imagine that green to be as beautiful and as glorious as possible. There are millions of green in the universe. Let your favorite green come to mind. See or intend or feel that leaf as beautifully in as detailed a way as possible. See the shape of it and the size of it. See if it has different shades of green within it. And see it on the tree where it is still a living, breathing energy system. If you have plucked that leaf, put it back now. See it on the tree where it is in its own space of belonging. See the veins on the leaf. And in your mind's eye, imagine yourself stroking it so you can feel the texture of the leaf at the top and the texture of the leaf at the bottom. Whatever the size or the shape or the color of the leaf and the tree to which it belongs, make it as detailed as possible for yourself so that you are in fact experiencing the leaf as a living energy. And take a moment to notice things about it that you might otherwise have overlooked. Does it feel a little damp? Does it feel cool to the touch? Or is it warm? Does this leaf have a temperature of its own? Does it quiver in your hands as if there is a life force flowing through it? And when you stroke it, does it feel as if it is stroking you back, answering you? If you inhaled deeply, is there a fragrance that rises up to meet you? Experience the leaf. Relate to it. Breathe it in deeply and feel the energy of that leaf flowing into you, even as your own energy flows outward to it. And appreciate it. Appreciate that it is a marvelous creation, that it works hard every day, and that although its lifespan is short from one season to the next, it does not resist the cycles of life or change. Appreciate its vulnerability in the world, its vulnerability to a strong wind or a heavy rain, harsh sunlight, and a passing stick. Appreciate that it is exposed, that regardless of its size, it is always so much smaller than everything else. And that in fact, in the modern world, this particular leaf has no power. That this creation there in your mind's eye is powerless. Busy, hard-working, and powerless. And appreciate that it works hard anyway. Appreciate that it works hard anyway, even though it does not know who and what it works for. That it has no attachment to the living beings that benefit from its presence, from its work. That it has no attachment to those of us who breathe it in. That it does not scold the sun on rainy days, or reprimand the wind for blowing too hard. Appreciate and experience that it just is. And as you gaze at it, feeling its beauty inside and out, get a feel for the energy of this leaf, this miraculous creation that does one set of work in the daylight and a different set of work by night. Marvel at it. There in the palm of your hand, in your mind's eye, is a miracle unfolding. And it is a miracle that unfolds 1,000,000-fold all around you every day. As you gaze at it, you may be able to discern the light field, the energetic field around the leaf. It generally appears like a mild, etheric white light or cloudy white light around the leaf itself. A mild glow that can be seen on the edges of the leaf. If you hold your hand over the leaf, you will be able to feel its energy flowing upward toward you, or downward from the underside into the palms of your hands and connecting with the chakras in your palms. But this leaf that you are seeing in your mind's eye respires, breathes in oxygen, and utilizes it to create more oxygen, to create chemical nutrients for itself and others. And by night, when the light source of energy is no longer available to it, it breathes in carbon dioxide and uses that to create its chemical nutrients, while exhaling, if you will, or giving off oxygen. Every moment of every day, this leaf is creating oxygen. It is creating chemical nutrients that serve itself and others. It is creating nutrients that hold healing properties. And it does this in every environment. In the warm, moist environments of the tropics, to the dry, arid environments of the desert, to the cold environments of mountaintops and the depths of our oceans. It does not discriminate. It provides oxygen for all living beings in every environment within which it manifests, in whatever form: a succulent, a hardy, a tropical flowering plant, a weed. It performs this service. Whether it appears as a grass or a mighty oak, every leaf performs these miracles in its short lifetime. Its very short, uncelebrated lifetime. So take a moment to recognize and realize your own dependency on so fleeting a life, your connectedness with so miraculous a life. And your relationship with this life of the leaf and all other life as it exists in this world, in every moment within which you are aware. And as you are gazing at this leaf, breathing it in and receiving the life force you require for your own presence with it, ask yourself, if one leaf is capable of such miracles in so short a lifespan? What is it that is possible for you? What miracles can you, with so grand a lifespan, and with so many more capabilities, what can you be capable of? Without the resistance to cycles and change, what greatness do you hold within you? You may also ask, if you simplified your life to that of the leaf, I breathe in, I breathe out, and between one breath and the next I seek only to serve. What greatness do you hold within? Take a last look at your leaf. Imprint the feel and experience of it within you. Make a detailed memory of it for yourself, that as you step into your life, you will remember and be mindful of its presence in the world, alongside your own. And then very gently let it go. Let the leaf and the tree to which it belongs go. Let all of the thoughts and feelings and intentions go. Become quieter and quieter within yourself, only in the presence of your guides, your angels, and the masters. And relax. Just breathe and relax. Take a moment to let the entire meditation be absorbed. For your entire being to breathe it in and store it. For it to be locked into short-term memory within your subconscious mind, and for the feeling of appreciation to be programmed into your heart center. And then very gently, on a deep breath in, exhale all of the old energy and bring yourself back into your consciousness of this moment, here and now.